It's Ron Reader Digs the Universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe. And tonight, lying. A newly elected U.S. congressional representative out of New York State, Republican George Santos, has been caught apparently fabricating his entire resume. As reported by Raw Story and others, the new congressman has lied about working for Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, about being Jewish, asserting that his parents were Holocaust survivors, about going to college, about his mother being in the World Trade Center on 9/11, about running a pet charity, and on and on. He's also being prosecuted in Brazil for check forgery. Nobody really knows anything about this guy other than that he has pulled off a massive scam that's gotten him into Congress. When confronted by reporters, Santos has said that he's just made a few mistakes, it's no big deal, and that it's okay because Democrats do it all the time. I'm not a fraud, I'm not a fake, he says, and that he also fully approves of Republican plans to gut the Office of Congressional Ethics, of course. Other Republicans have refused to condemn him, and that's pretty much par for the course among conservatives these days. No surprise that Santos is a Republican. Conservatives have embraced lying all the time as a way of life on all consequential matters: economics, global warming, foreign policy, race, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, national identity, and they've done this, I believe, because modernity has rendered conservative thinking obsolete. They simply don't want to deal with 21st century issues. Instead, they wallow in angry fantasy. They tell lies and then believe them and then tell more lies. It has brought the nation to a massive crisis point. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not that conservatives are the only people who lie, you know? I mean, remember Bill Clinton asserting that he did not have sexual relations with that woman? Rather, it's the sheer scale of conservative lying that greatly alarms me. When President Clinton was telling blowjob lies, Newt Gingrich's Congress of the 90s was already pushing lying into the red, and Fox News soon arrived to give these lies a huge media megaphone. Then we invaded Iraq based on lies about weapons of mass destruction. You can draw a straight line from all that shit back then directly to Trump's 30,000 lies while in office, all culminating in the biggest lie of all, that Biden didn't actually win the election. This is what conservatism is now. A bunch of shameless lying bullshit, and the body count, you know, dead people, is exploding exponentially. It is very important to understand that an enormous cultural change made all of this possible. Mass media, and I don't simply mean Fox News, has come to utterly dominate the American mind. In his book, Empire of Illusion, Chris Hedges writes about our nation shifting from an age of print, you know, reading, which is slow, deliberative, and contemplative, into an age of electronic image. People no longer think, they feel. And that has made lying and believing both easy and effective. Conservatives have exploited this state of affairs masterfully. So the glaciers are melting, COVID continues to rage, and gay and transgendered people fear for their lives. When I was a kid, I was taught that lying is wrong. But it wasn't until I became middle-aged that I fully appreciated why that's the case. Lying seeks to alter and manipulate people's perceptions of reality in order to gain control over you. It is a forced humiliation, and it's deadly. In this age of lies, because that's what it is. It's an era when lies are as good or better than truth. I have made a commitment to use rational thought based on facts and expert opinion to ascertain what's real and what isn't. And to always tell the truth without soft pedaling and without apology. Reality literally depends on it. All ethical Americans should make the same commitment. I'm Ron Reeder, and this has been Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reeder, again next week for another episode of Ron Reeder Digs the Universe.